morning, boss. I will now be sharing about our company's progress over the last few months. So as you can see on these graphs, our revenue and customer pool have been falling over the last quarter.
So, how can we solve this problem?
How about we just cut all of products by 50%? That would definitely bring a lot of customers.
You're fired.
Okay.
How about you?
How about we hire an analyst to check out what's the problem and help us solve this problem?
Good idea. Sales manager, please work with Manan to contact an analyst and give me the report ASAP.
Yes, boss.
Come in.
Good morning, boss. We have found the analyst.
This is the analyst that we have found.
Good morning, Mr. Yu. Here are the findings.
Liberty Mutual is an insurance company focusing on both auto and vehicle insurance. They currently have a safe driving program which aims to reward drivers for safe driving habits. Drivers would then be eligible for discounts on the insurance plans that Liberty Mutual offers. And this brings us to our problem statement. Liberty Mutual is currently only advertising these programs through email communication such as EDMs. And this is clearly not optimal, as we can see in the decline in sales of their insurance plans. Thus, we can look at other communication methods, both online and offline, that can help to increase exposure of this program. But to do so, we have to firstly look at why email communications are not the best method to communicate it.
Before we dive into the details of the analysis, allow me to bring you through some statistical definitions for the context of Liberty Mutual's marketing methods. We will be conducting random sampling, which is the process of obtaining random samples from a population. The sample in our study is the average number of consumers reached for different marketing methods based on the marketing survey. Each sample point will be the number of consumers reached for each marketing method. Our sample size is 100 respondents to the survey. Since the sample size of 100 respondents is relatively large, by central limit theorem, the distribution of average number of consumers reached for different marketing methods will become close to a normal distribution. To meet the requirements of random sampling, each sample point has to be independently and identically distributed, which is also known as the IID model. To fulfill the conditions of independence, each pair of sample points has to be statistically independent. In our survey, our respondents are randomly selected. One person's response will not influence another person's response, making our sample points truly statistically independent. For a sample to be identically distributed, each sample point has to follow the distribution of the population and be representative of that population. Since our sample points in the survey all follow the same normal distribution of the population, they are identically distributed. We can confidently say that our data collected from the survey is indeed representative of the average consumers reached for different marketing methods.
Now, we will be conducting hypothesis testing using two-sample t-test to test whether social media improves Liberty Mutual's advertising reach more than emails. We let mu1 be the number of people who open email advertisements and mu2 be the number of views on social media posts. Our null hypothesis is that the number of people reached using emails, mu1, is greater than or equal to that using social media, mu2. Our alternative hypothesis is that the number of people reached using emails, mu1, is less than that using social media, mu2. Using data collected over 3 months, results show that at the 99% confidence level, p-value is much smaller than 0.01, the 1% significance level. We therefore have strong evidence to reject the null hypothesis, and hence we conclude that social media improves Liberty Mutual's advertising reach more than emails.
Thank you for the analysis.
Boss, according to the analysis presented by Mr. Ivan, it seems that social media may be worth looking into as a channel of communication.
Very good. Please continue to work with the analysis in maximizing the usage of social media. Thank you.
Sure. Mr. Yu, here's the regression model that you previously requested.
Welcome to this video, Mr. Yu. We'll be looking into how we can maximize the usage of social media in trying to improve your company's reach. Our team will be using regression analysis to inspect various factors which we think are of importance and can affect the effect of social media. Our team identified 3 independent variables, which are: firstly, the type of content; This is a category variable which our team uses binary 1 to represent for short clips and 0 for normal infographics. Secondly, the presence of influencers. This is also a category variable which 1 represents the presence and 0 for the absence. And lastly, the number of social media platforms used, and this is a numerical variable. We will be using R to generate the required data, and before starting on the regression model, we will check for the skewness for all the data. And it can be seen that the skewness for all the variables are either less than 1 or more than -1, indicating that the data is not skewed and there's no need for any logs transformation. Next, after analyzing the regression results, we can see that this model is significant as the last p-value is extremely small. Moving on to the individual p-values, all 3 variables are significant to the model, which are indicated by the low p-value and the asterisk. But note that for content type, the p-value is not as small when compared to the other 2. Also, the adjusted R-square value is more than 0.8, which we can infer that this model has a good fit. Therefore, from the regression results, our team concludes that your company can work on all 3 factors, as all 3 shows a significant effect on the model. But least priority can be given to content type if there's any resources or time restrictions that you may have.
Finally, based on the various statistics we have obtained through regression analysis, we can conclude that influencers' presence and the number of social media platforms are 2 significant independent variables that influence the impact of social media. However, correlation does not imply causation, hence, we are unable to confirm that these 2 factors are the only reasons affecting social media reach, as they only reveal surface level information. More qualitative and quantitative data, such as the quality of content and the targeted audience, could also potentially affect the reach of social media as a marketing strategy. Therefore, more analysis and data collection will be required if you wish to look further into causation.
Through our findings using various statistical methods, we suggested using social media as a new communication method. Based on what we proved through statistics about the 3 factors we tested, type of content, presence of influencers, and number of social media platforms used, we can conclude that although type of content is significant, it can be considered less significant compared to the other 2 when examining the p-values closely. The company's transformation, after following an analysis, highlights the power of analytics in steering businesses towards success in a rapidly evolving market.
Good evening, Liberty Mutual. Thank you for coming today. I am delighted to announce that our company has experienced exponential growth in revenue and customer pool. Special thanks to our analyst, Mr. Ivan.